How y'all doing? You know what it is. You into with inTUNE Radio. Myself, the short one. We got Dizzy D.
Hey.
We in here. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Shout out to everybody listening live on Clubhouse. We love y'all.
Hi, y'all.
Shout out to first time, long time, new time, anytime, slut time. We're in this bitch.
Factories.
So before we get into anything, it's bright. Because you know why? Daylight savings time. Dizzy, I'm going to ask you again for the 5th millionth time. Who's daylight savings time for?
I don't know, actually.
Oh. I was being facetious, but like, it is supposed to be for farmers and shit, but like.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what it's for like more sun for the farmers, for the crops, and blah, blah, blah. That's what it's for. That's originally.
Okay.
I could have swore I would do this every year.
No, dog. I didn't know this.
Okay, well, that's what it's for.
I would have to check the last episode.
Yeah, no, that's what daylight. Which is why people are always like, why do we still have it? Our farms are basically automated. We don't go off the sun. Like, and they did it before because, like, you know, like electricity wasn't that popping, so people needed to get shit done during the summer, spring, blah blah blah, all the time.
Wow, I never even really put the thought to that.
We got street lights.
Yeah, that's facts.
We got flashing lights. Shout out to old Kanye.
That's facts.
Anyways, let's get into this shit. Before we do, any announcements off the top of my head?
I mean, we've got the song of the week.
Yes, I saw that earlier.
Song of the week. Song of the week. Okay. See, we do that jig every single time. So, song of the week is going out to our boy and past
Armacoke alumni,
our boy Boslin, with the track Trip. Make sure you guys go run that up. Go support our boy Boslin. Him and his team are doing really big things. They got really big things coming. So, like, power to y'all. Support our teams. Support our crews. Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna jump into some shits. Before we do, that's so many before we do. Is Women's Month, so naturally, shout out to Carla Hale. She is the founder of Hale House, which is the first ever care center for infants born with drug addiction.
Wow.
And she cared for over 500 kids her own self. So shout out to her, living legend. Actually, I don't know if she's living because this picture looks pretty old and she's old in it already. So my guess, R.I.P. But if not, yo, Black Girl Magic.
Black Girl Magic.
All right, on to the next.
Oh, let me give my International Women's Day shout out. I just got to give a shout out to the lady Beyonce for the Grammy she took home. We'll get into that later. Let's go.
We can do that now. Why not? It was just 2 days ago, wasn't it?
I mean, are we getting into the shits right now? Should we just?
I mean, I have nothing else to start the show with. I'll just say off the top, I didn't watch the Grammys.
Neither did I. I really didn't watch it either.
I mean, to be okay, we're in here. We're talking about the Grammys. To be quite honest, this shit snuck up on me. Like, the last event was the Golden Globes.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was big butt cheeks from what I heard, because I don't watch this shit because I got other shit to binge watch and whatnot.
We got sidetracked with the All-Star Weekend last weekend.
All-Star Weekend, yeah, like, whatever. So, Grammys, I thought they were going to do the same thing as the Golden Globes, where they just had basically everybody on Zoom. But from what I saw, they had like a whole little party there. People were actually in there. I was like, all right, that's dope. I could have watched it. Any takeaways from the internet since you didn't actually watch it? And I can't say any takeaways from the show. Any takeaways from the internet?
Nas won Best Rap Album.
I saw that. I was wondering, what did he win? I just kept seeing like, oh, he won something. Like, what did he win?
Best Rap Album.
Am I going? Wait. Oh, you know why I feel so long? Because the Grammys are usually a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, well, good for him.
So I'll tell you who he was up against with.
Because he won over some people. I saw some people being like, "Oh, shouldn't have won over this and that," and I was like, "What did he get? Like a sound design or some shit?" Like,
it was King's Disease. That was the last album that he dropped. King's Disease.
King's Disease.
So he went up against D Smoke with Black Habits.
Wait, time out. D Smoke got nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah.
Did you? Sidetrack. Did you watch that Netflix show where he came up on?
No.
Oh. It's
like the
Netflix competition with T.I., Chance, and Cardi
B? No, I never watched that.
But anyways, continue, because that's all right.
Separated rap categories at the Grammy this year. Yeah, they did Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Album. But Nas won against D Smoke, Freddie Gibbs with Alfredo, Jay Electronica, A Written Testimony, which makes no sense to me, and Royce the 5'9", The Allegory.
I know why. Fuck, I forgot his name right now.
Jay-Z?
No.
Jay Electronica?
I know why he got nominated.
Why?
Because his wife's a Rothschild. She said, "You going to nominate my husband, or else I'm gonna get you all."
Is that for real?
No, I don't think she's Rothschild, but she's super like bank. That's also why he's been gone. Niggas been like in private islands and shit.
Yeah,
man.
he's been MIA for a very long time.
But anyways, I digress. That's being stupid.
So yeah, he won that one, and then for the best rap song.
Oh, can I guess?
Yeah, please.
Was that Meg?
Savage, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
And she won over The Bigger Picture, The Box, Laugh Now, Cry Later, and Rockstar.
Yeah, see, this 2020 thing has the timetable all fucked up.
Right.
Because The Box is such an old song. I'm like, if The Box is nominated, cool. How is that in the same category as what was it? Laugh Now, Cry Later?
Yeah, Laugh
that
Now,
Drake
Cry
song.
Later. Yeah.
That just came out like a couple months ago, where they filmed it at the Nike factory. Like, bro, what is this timeline?
And then
Like,
also, what B Nice is saying, best melodic rap, that went to our boy. I'll let you guess. Yeah, you won't guess it. Anderson .Paak.
Oh, I saw you did.
Best melodic rap album with Lockdown. He beat Rockstar, Laugh Now, Cry Later, The Box,
All the
and
same
Highest in the Room, Travis Scott. Right. I didn't know he got that much play versus the rest of those songs.
Well, besides the fact that is such a random selection of songs.
Yeah, right.
I agree with The Weeknd. We need to find out who the fuck is nominating this shit, because this is like
Facts, bro.
This is.
And I saw Rowdy Rich earlier today on Instagram going off. He was like talking about these older. So that's the conversation. Ageism in hip hop. People want to address ageism in hip hop. So if you look at the best rap categories, those are all older dudes. Every single one of those people. Let's go again. Jay Electronica. Old. Nas. Old. Freddie Gibbs. Royce the 5'9".
Freddie Gibbs is the newest out of all of them, but I get the point.
Freddie Gibbs is not newest. He's old balls with the music.
No, like more like to get a Grammy wise. Like out of all of those people, he would
Grammy.
like he'd be like the newer one. He just crossed over like what last year, 2 years over, like 2 years, like mainstream. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like whereas like him getting nominated, we weren't all like what, but it was like oh yeah, that Alfredo was fucking dope.
That's true.
That's all I mean by that. Like he just like kind of same shit with Nipsey. Like when Nipsey got on, like he wasn't technically a new artist, but he kind of was at the same time. You know what I mean? Just in that sense at all. Yeah, I don't.
Ageism.
I don't know. I feel like I think it's more than that. I wouldn't call that ageism. I'd call it kind of the same bullshit that the Oscars do. Leo should have won an Oscar for Wolf of Wall Street. They're like, we'll give it to you for The Revenant, which everybody says is a shit movie. Whereas like this is like one of Nas's first, if not first, right?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And
that sentence in itself is ridiculous.
And the comments are, he should have got one forever ago. And I'm like, yeah, maybe for like his first 2 albums, sure.
But like at that time, hip hop wasn't a thing.
Exactly.
Like, and I bet
he was
you all
going
those
up against like.
It was all contemporary. It was like Jay-Z. That's why nobody fucked with the Grammys because they were like no real shade, but kind of shade. But that's when they were bigging up Will Smith and shit and like Vanilla Ice. And it's just like, hey.
Will Smith took it with Summertime.
Yeah, exactly what I just said. Like, they were doing like, so I feel like a lot of people commenting like, oh, we should have won it a lot of time. It's the same shit happens where it's just these new kids. It's like, yo, just Google 2 seconds. You'll see. Hip hop's only been like popular culture since what? 2010? Like real, like I would say, Lil Jon East Side Boys and like hip hop was still like, ooh, listen to hip hop.
You don't think anything in the 2000s was really hip hop?
Like mainstream? That's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying like mainstream, like on the radio, like on like.
That would have been
anything.
Will Smith, right? The getting jiggy with it and shit like that. That would have been back then. But time out.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly.
You know, like, come on, bro. Like you know what I'm talking about. Like yo, fucking Vanilla Ice went platinum too. We're not talking about me. We're talking very specific, Dizzy. Whereas like Drake's a pop star. Like Drake is legit a pop star. In 2000, the closest thing to a hip hop pop star would be an R&B singer like Usher.
You're right.
And then it wasn't until like it was like Young Money. Mm-hmm. They kind of did, and then like the older heads were like, oh, they're not even talking about shit. It's just Tyga rhyming, but that kind of pushed it mainstream. That's true. And then a lot of niggas started jumping off. South kind of came up, and then Atlanta basically took over since then. But
so we weren't really jocking on the Grammys. It was more like we were trying to get the Source and Music Awards or the BET Awards for those categories. Like the Source Awards was really big back in the day.
That was the original.
And that's when everybody wanted that award.
Yeah.
They didn't care for Grammys because they wanted a Source or a BET Award. Now that those things aren't really, like, BET Awards are still relevant.
They should get, I honestly think they should put more money to it and take it serious. And when you get nominated, right? When you get nominated for it, fucking show up.
Yeah.
And then if Clubhouse, shout out to y'all. Clubhouse is cool because black people went on there and blew that shit up.
That's very true.
If black people started, like, going heavy on BET Awards and hip hop awards, like, bro, we could do the Grammys the same thing we do the country music awards. Do anybody give a shit about the country music awards? I'm pretty sure Beyonce won a country music award. Nobody gives a fuck.
I'm pretty sure we got our own shit. Won a country music award.
I don't know if he won, but he definitely had that.
He got the
weirdo song.
For sure.
Yeah, I kind of blocked that.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Drake is the first artist of all time to debut on all 3 of the top 3 Billboard slots. Shout out to our boy B-Dice. That is for real. But let's keep going down with the Grammys. So another thing that really triggered people, once again, shout out Beyonce and the whole camp. But one thing that really, really triggered a lot of people was Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion's performance. Now, I'm going to talk on a couple topics with this subject right here. So they came out, I mean, they did the dang thing.
They did what they were hired to do.
Just thinking about it, it was.
You've heard and seen the video for WAP, sir.
Yes? I know exactly what WAP is.
Yes.
Hold on. It would look like this. WAP, sir.
Yeah. All right. So we've all seen the video for WAP.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess the people who book the Grammys, they also know what WAP is. So when they book it, they know what they're getting. But I digress. That's just my part.
And I feel like if you knew they were going to perform, if you have children, tuck your kids away, hide them. I know it's on TV. The Grammy's late too, so yeah. But the one thing that was brought up with that, the performance I thought was amazing. I want to just give a shout out to all the performers that were at the Grammys and all the people that won.
Except for Taylor Swift.
Except for Taylor Swift.
It's my crusade. It will never end.
She just keeps doing her thing, but... shout out to everybody who got it. Shout out to everybody who won. I want to give a big shout to Burna Boy for winning his award at the Grammys too. Yeah, he won the world. I forgot what it was called. Maybe somebody in the chat.
Like an international award kind of thing?
International award type thing. When this happened, a few people hit online and was like, so you would allow Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion to do that performance, but you want to cancel Pepe Le Pew.
I saw that. I saw that fucking meme, and I honestly was like, I have to keep scrolling. I'm like, I can't even waste my time.
So the thing is that I got into conversations with it today, and people were like very hard on the topic. Now, there will be some people... Yes, he had Best Global Album. Thank you. Some people might join and might have a lot to say, and I invite y'all, please come through and let us know your thoughts. But I've got to say, because I had a conversation with our homegirl Miss Holiday yesterday, and she was also getting very upset with it. I pressed play on Pepe Le Pew. And I said, if you saw a man doing this at a house party to any female, stop them, right? We stop people who do that. So if this skunk is doing these motions and children are seeing it, and then they're going up to women and saying, oh, it's all good, baby Pepe Le Pew shit.
Add that to the fact that girls are usually told in young ages that, like, yo, that kid, that boy that hit you, it's because he liked you.
Yeah, see.
What the fuck?
That's all bad.
Anyways, yeah, but.
So I'm saying, if we're going to cancel something, and it's going to be like, I agree with I don't agree with the canceling of Eminem for Love the Way You Lie. We spoke about this in the last show.
And like we said, it was like 2 people on TikTok, and then other people got mad about it.
And then
it's
more
like,
people
and it's
got
just
mad.
like, wait, you guys stop.
Now we
Like,
have
stop.
these Gen Z millennial memes that are fighting with each other. Like,
It's like you guys are canceling him with each other. Cool bet. We don't listen to him either. So
yeah,
like,
you know,
like have fun.
His
Like
old music I fucks with.
But,
I
like,
fucks
stop,
with his old
like,
stuff, but none of
love
this.
the way you, that shit. Anyways, yeah.
Love the Way You Lie.
When I heard the song that I was like, wait, oh, they haven't even heard Stan.
And the funny thing is they're the ones who named Stan. They're the ones who came up with the term standing, right? Okay,
Back to Pepe.
Back to Pepe. So if we're going to cancel anything, Cardi B sexualization of females, like if females want to sexually empower themselves and do whatever, like I told Miss Holiday,
More
if you
power
want
to
to
them.
skin out, here,
Skin it. Then.
cheers. If you want to skin
it.
out, show your chest, do whatever you want to do while you're at the bar, what is your twerking, that's you.
That's your prerogative.
Nobody can stop you from doing that. Props to you, girl, for, having the courage to want to show yourself. Knowing that you're fucking confident.
I wouldn't even want to show that much of myself. I got tits.
Straight. But
Yeah.
if we're going to cancel people empowering themselves or canceling a cartoon image of a very aggressive,
Rapey as fuck.
rapey, that's the word I was trying to avoid, but it's
Oh.
rapey as fuck, bro. And here's the other thing. Somebody argued that was 1945. I don't remember it being anything other than a cute cartoon when I was younger watching. I'm like, yeah, okay, true, but growing up now and that you're sitting with your child watching it, you're gonna let your child be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's normal?
That's such a weird, like, so yeah,
I'd rather tell my kid to, live your life, do what you want.
treat people proper. And
Treat people proper, show up yourself if you want to. It's all good, but do not get rapey. As soon as we speak of rape or we speak of empowering, one has to go. And I'm thinking it's the rapey one.
Rapey been gone. Rapey
Okay,
been needs to be gone.
So for all those people who are upset with cancel culture, let me just say, canceling certain things is going to happen, and we are cool with that. Like, some things should be canceled.
Can we also say a lot of people always yell cancel are the first ones to be like, oh, that person did or said something I don't like, cancel them or boycott them.
I feel like majority of the people who are speaking cancel, like that are online that I see, they don't understand what cancel in its light really means and what it is that they're trying to put an end to.
And like, just to add on to what you're saying, like they don't really understand what everybody's getting upset about. The canceling of Pepe Le Pew was he was in Space Jam 2. Mm-hmm. They had a scene with him and he was doing some fuck shit. Yep. And then they're like, we don't need this, we took it out. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, people get cut out of movies every day.
1,000%. And Pepe Le Pew should be cut out.
And it was just Pepe Le Pew, and then people were like, "Oh, they're canceling Pepe Le Pew." It's kind of the same thing that happened with the Dr. Seuss books. They can't. The company was like, "Yo, these books, let's not do them anymore."
They didn't even cancel all of the books. They only canceled the ones that were
they
really
canceled
racist.
6 books with pictures that were like, "Oh, I didn't even know," because people stopped buying them, so they stopped printing them. Anyways. Mm-hmm. So yeah, people were saying, "Oh, they're canceling Dr. Seuss." No, the Seuss estate said, we don't really want to fuck with these books no more, so we're not gonna do them.
These 6 books.
These 6 books. What
you
happened?
Can buy all the other books.
What happened to capitalism? What happened to businesses doing what they want and what they believe in?
Yeah, and people are just upset because they did something. It's the change. It's people who don't like change, I believe. The ones who just don't like to see change. They're the ones who are always arguing the most. Like, I saw when we had homegirl here, like, shout out to you, Holiday, I'm going to say all this, but she was sitting there, arms crossed, just like, and why would we do this? And I was like, are you arguing or are you just upset for the fact that something's being canceled? Because you're getting mad over a rapey character right now.
Like, I don't like this Pepe Le Pew shit, like, just put so many people on blast for, like, you really don't be paying attention.
What age did you realize that Pepe Le Pew was not a good character
Bruh,
on
it's like
TV?
probably one of the first old ones I watched where he's like all over the cat, and I'm like, after like the first one, you're like, okay. After episode 100, you're just like, all right, so Mans is just a full-on serial stalker abuser.
Realized it was not good?
I honestly have no memory of it being good. Like, I'm not even trying to be like all woke and shit. It was like, I literally was always like, that's not that's not how you're supposed to do that. Like, I was taught boundaries and like you don't be running up on people, and like I would see that and I'm like, I wouldn't wait, okay, and like that's it. So like, and yeah, the people that were so mad, they're like, oh, they're taking Pepe. First off, they just cut him for the movie. Second off, when was the last time you actually watched the Pepe Le Pew video? All these people are so mad that he's going away. Because from their thing, they watch him every fucking Saturday morning. That's their routine. And then they read Dr. Seuss, and then they play with Mr. Potato Head. That's what they be doing on the weekends. You swear by them, because the level of anger that these people are getting, and it's just like,
I think they're just mad because of starting with the Eminem thing. I think that like confused people because it's confusing. But then the whole Dr. Seuss thing, they just thought, oh, they're canceling all Dr. Seuss. But you know what it is? It's because the generation the older generation, they don't want to see things go away that they grew up to. Her argument was, it's just like erasing history. And I'm like, so what do you think of these statues they're trying to take down? She's like, well, excuse me. She goes, well, nobody wants to see a slave master statue up in the middle of City Hall. I'm like, yeah, and the company doesn't want their books to show racist images. So like,
they want to erase. They do want to erase that history. Like, they don't want to be like, yo, Dr. Seuss is the racist book company.
Straight, right? So I mean, if they want to do that, do that. Eminem, I mean, they tried to cancel him when he first came out decades ago. That didn't even work for
Eminem's a performer.
You
can't cancel people who are performers and who take your money. Louis C.K. is still playing shows in New York. That country oh fuck, I forget his name. This one country dude, like last month, was like all belling out all niggers this in his driveway. He got dropped from his label, blah blah blah. He's had the #1 album since. Like, cancel culture really, like, the only person who really be canceling people is God. If you believe in God. Otherwise, people just go away because that's capitalism. You come, you go. You know what Xerox printers are? Probably not, because they got canceled because people stopped using them. But guess what? In the 90s, you said Xerox. That just meant printer. Like,
okay, so I got a question.
Come on,
what would you, if you can cancel anything?
Student debt, all debt, credit cards.
It'd be student debt.
I don't know. I don't even have that much, but for real, I don't.
Like, is there something that's in the industry, in the entertainment world, that you would cancel if you could cancel? Like, if you could say, we're not canceling Eminem, we're going to cancel, what would that be? What would be the more logical thing for you? And you guys online too, let us know what you guys think too. If you could cancel anything out there, what would it be?
I don't know, because I don't like hold on to these things, you know. Like, if something happens, if I'm offended, I guess me canceling was basically like muting them in my life. Like, I don't get all offended and like outraged. I need to tell the world like, oh, this person offended me, and everybody be offended with me. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't need to fuck with it. Like who am I to be like make a big stink? But like, there are things like that like change your perception of people. Like that Kramer homie, when he went on his nigger tirade in the comedy club, I was like, huh, I see you, my brother. And like, I'm not gonna cancel him per se, but like, yeah, I don't watch his comedy shit. But I guess does that count as canceling? Because like, there's two different things. I feel people.
If you were to if you was to say that, you would mean like to cancel Seinfeld or to cancel the stuff that he's involved with. So I guess you would say, would you cancel Seinfeld if you're talking like that, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But then again, he wasn't a main character, but he's like a side character. That'd be like if Seinfeld did some fuck shit. Seinfeld has done some fuck shit that I'm like,
questionable, yeah, yes.
Like dating 17-year-old girls.
Oh dear.
Not cool, but you can do your own Googles. So yeah, I don't. It just in my brain, I feel like people say cancel culture. It seems like such a performative thing. Like, I feel like most cancel culture is like, this thing offended me. Let me show everybody. Let me repost it and show everybody that I'm so offended about this thing. Whereas me, I'm just like, that's fucked up. I am offended. I'm not even gonna repost it because why am I giving that person good analytics?
Why are we? Yeah.
I'm just gonna like not fuck with that person and move on with my life. So like asking me that, like I guess I do cancel people, but I don't make a big thing of it because I don't like because it's not. I feel like there's no need to because people cancel shit every day. You go to one restaurant, you go to the next one that's better, you stop going to the other one. You just canceled that restaurant. Like it's called life. Like nobody wears FUBU anymore. Guess what? We canceled FUBU as a bunch of urbans.
I'd cancel Papa John's.
This guy.
I mean, if you gotta go to rehab for saying that word, I'm just gonna say the N word for y'all online.
It wasn't even say
If you gotta go to counseling or
20 months, my guy.
20 months. 20 months.
20 months to fucking
get rid of the
to stop saying nigger. I thought it was a joke. I saw the headline. I'm like, get out of here. I thought it was just a meme because I thought it was the old one. I didn't know this dumbass went back on the news like OAN, which is some fuck shit news, anyways. But he goes on there like, and I watched it. He was bragging.
Yeah, he was definitely.
He was like, oh, I want my company back. I've become such a good person. You know, it's taken me about 20 months to get the N word out of my speech, but you know, by the grace of God, gee Williker, I'm just doing it. And everybody was like. I'm like, hold on, wait. We're just gonna speed by that, my guy. Hold on, why? Rewind.
I would cancel Papa John's if it was anything, just because of that.
Oh, bruh.
Because I'd like to meet the guy and be like, is it really an issue? Like, do you really have a problem?
But okay, their pizza's gross though.
I'd say, what's my name?
Oh,
what's my name, bro?
Just be by him all day, just looking at him.
What's my name?
You can probably see his neck.
Oh, you want to do a shot? Okay, yeah. Shout out to all the people out there. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to all of the, because people who tip, you got to give them a shout. So, Carrie Ann, shout out to you. Just the Tip Talk Show. Shout out to you guys as well. Make sure you guys go follow them. They do Talk Just the Tip Show. They do a podcast about. It's all about like.
Just
Fem talk, and I think they do, low key, I think they do dick rating on there. You know what I mean? I think they like guys who send dick pics to them. They like go on the show and like rate it. And
good for the women. Glad y'all can have something. I have a question for you, sir.
I got answers.
Have you ever been snorkeling?
No, never. I can't even really swim. So the question you should ask me is, have I ever tried to die?
No. All right. Have you ever gone camping?
Yeah.
So let's say you're walking around trying to look for a place to go pee, and you happened upon a duffel bag. And in said duffel bag, there was 25 kilograms of cocaine. What would you do with it?
No. If I'm camping, that means I'm somewhere remote. Mm-hmm. That means the chances of me being around a duffel bag filled with that much shit.
I didn't ask you to factual this out. I asked you a specific question.
My first thought would probably be to take a couple of those bricks out, and then be like, never repeat that ever in my life. Couple meaning like about like 7 to 10 of those bricks, but nothing for selling reasons or whatever. Just for like
personal use.
Not even personal. I don't.
Let's go to Oregon. It's legal in Oregon.
I would just like keep it to say I have these things because it would be
use
hilarious.
him as a ottoman.
Exactly. I'll just kick my feet up on it. Like, wow, this is muddy under my feet, right? Okay. Anyways, why? How did this happen?
Well, a snorkeler was snorkeling off the coast of Florida and found 25 kilos of coke.
Okay, wait.
And this asshole, scaredy asshole, gave it all to the cops. Now, I say that he's a scaredy asshole because part of me was like, well, maybe he like saved some and then gave them to the cops. Why would he do that? He would be the first person they look for if they found any like that kind of coke. Because if the cops have 25 kilos of it, you know they're going to test it. Yeah. So if that fucking strain pops up anywhere,
they're coming for
hey, bro, we remember that 25 you gave us? Give us the rest.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
Why do you live in a mansion now, sir?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like, Mr. Deluxe, who are you? No Deluxe lives here.
No Deluxe lives here. That person's been dead.
I go by John.
For an hour.
Oh yeah, see this guy. Now you're gonna get arrested for killing someone. Anyways, so yeah, he gave it back, all of it, to the police.
And he's a smart man. He's a smart man for doing that.
Okay, I'll say this:
I'm not a smart person.
25 kilograms of coke. Yeah, someone probably gonna look for that.
But we're talking about. You said camping, so my first thought was that's remote, that's random. But if I'm snorkeling,
but snorkeling, that's random too.
No, because I would assume you'd be hiding some shit in the waters. You feel me? Like I would assume.
But the fact that you guys like the ocean's huge, the fact that you'd swim up on it, that's a small chance too. That's what I mean. Like the chances of finding it is small regardless. Like either way, it's small.
Those. So we're talking about Florida. What's really known in those areas is like the flyover.
Yeah, and they just drop it in the thing, but that's further out, my guy. And 20, but like that's the thing. It'd be like a 25 isn't the whole. Isn't the whole thing. We're talking about snorkeling. How far out do you go to snorkel? You're going to like coral reefs. Yeah, you're not diving down. And those people that drop the big ones, they're not just dropping them at the coral reefs because that's where all the tourists are. It's further out than they come out with boats and shit.
Sounds like some hood shit.
That sounds like some Miami. I watched it on Miami Vice, so whatever the movie said. But
25 keys, gave it back. He's a hero in his area.
I don't know. Fuck shit. I don't know. But 25 of coke, yeah. If it was like say 50 grand.
Oh wow.
Just straight cash.
What would you do? What would you do?
Oh, that shit's mine, yo.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here. A duffel of cash? Woo.
I'm not giving that up. Ooh. I'd hold on to that duffel until somebody like tapped me, like, what are you doing with that? And until then, I just found it. I'm about to return it. That's what 50s come. What would you do? What would you do?
I would. Oh,
question is, what would you do?
That's the thing with the coke.
You found a duffel of 50 bands in it. You guys out there in the world, tell us what you would do with that. I like that. That would be hilarious. I really am interested in what people would do with that 50.
Because 50K, like, it's a lot, but like you could.
You're just hanging out, and all of a sudden 50 bands is up.
You can handle that.
How are you walking out with that? You're snorkeling, so it's like you gotta hold that bag. You can't just hide it in your pockets.
I wear swim trunks and I have pockets on them.
You're appearing back to the shore with a duffel.
Those are my scuba equipments because I was spearfishing. Bro, I watch James Bond. He comes out of the water with a little bag all the time.
I feel like what happened is when his head popped up,
the cops were there.
I have this last question of yours.
What? Oh.
I want this to be the commercial that we leave for the public because this seems like a good one to sign off to.
What if your whole gallery uploaded to Facebook, then your phone died?
Leave your answers in the comments. Let us know what you guys think.
I'd be straight. Holy. I don't be keeping shit on my phone. Like even memes and shit. Like once I repost them, I delete them. Mm-hmm. I like to have a low storage on my phone. Yeah.
There is the type of person that doesn't want to load up the footage storage on their phone. Like if you got like 256 gigs on your phone, you don't really.
Bro, some people you see, these people that always every time they whip out their phone, they're like, "Oh, I gotta delete some stuff."
Yeah.
It's like, how?
Yeah.
You know good and damn well 50, like half of those pictures ain't shit.
But those are the people who have like 250 megabytes. You know what I mean? It's like.
But why? I don't understand.
But 250 megabytes is like 2 apps.
And they're not even gonna post them all.
Facebook.
No.
It's game over.
But they're not even gonna post
all those pictures.
99% of them aren't ever gonna get posted.
But we're talking about a hypothetical. Let's just say.
Oh that we were talking about a specific type of person.
So a hypothetical. If all your stuff just jumped on there, what would you do?
Well, thankfully Facebook is a dying breed, but shout out to everybody watching us on there. I don't really be using Facebook, so the embarrassment, if there was things to be embarrassed, would be quite short and sweet.
Yeah,
like it would be
whatever,
very minimal. I'd find a computer or someone else's phone. Actually, fuck, that's the one thing. Do you know your login for you just had to redo yours?
I had to redo all my shit.
Shit, I don't know if I could remember my password for this one.
It's been that long, eh?
I think it's like my old one, like my Hotmail account.
Yo, when I lost everything, bro, it made me remember you connect to so many people on social media that it's crazy when you lose it all, how many people you forgot you connected with. And how many people you actually need to be in touch with.
Yeah.
That's online. That's not on your...
That makes it easy, yeah.
Because it's so easy for everybody
Nobody
to connect
remembers
online.
fucking numbers anymore.
Man, I'm purposely asking for phone numbers now because I'm like, I don't want this moment to just end like that. I need to have you if I'm going to be fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going to use... If we're going to be working together, if we're going to be doing whatever...
Yeah, you need the number to hit up a call. Yeah.
When I lost everything, it was like, holy shit. I have to try and remember a name. Not a nickname. You know, I'd have to remember names. Like
actual, especially for Facebook's bad for that. Like,
Facebook, remember names, not nicknames. Like, oh fuck. Now I'm looking through people's shit, trying to find people so I can rehook them. Like, yo, we're back. You know? Ugh.
Yeah, I don't work like that.
What I would do personally, I don't like to keep fuckery on my phone. Yeah, no. The only thing you'll really see on my phone is a whole lot of memes and bullshit. I don't keep shit on my phone.
Cancel. Anyways. Oh, you see me bring it all together. So anyways, we're going to cancel this episode right now. Shout out to everybody on Twitch, everybody on Clubhouse. This has been another episode of inTUNE Radio. I go by this short one. Shout out to Ray Diamonds.
Hey.
This is Dizzy D.
Hey.
We'll talk to you all next week.
Oh, we got special guests next week. Socrates. He's going to be joining us. Wow.
Beautiful.
Socrates.
It's a new little addition to the festivities.
Guests coming.
Getting back in the swing of things.
23rd, Socrates. Get ready for that.